Born in a refugee camp, raised in the States, and 2011 I went back to Cambodia. It was like a full circle type thing for me. So this piece here is called Love You I. I'm swimming through butterflies, cause your eyes remind me of sunlight. Reflected moonbeams filled with dreams of sunshine. See a surf search purpose or worth is 9 times. Eternity. Earth merged with dirt, she's worthy of love. Pure joy. Surely she hugs with love. Full of pure joy. Sublime noise. See her tongue caress my words, so I immerse myself with her word. She's earth, and I'm the dirt. Curse and seek and soil that men toil. I rose and grew and bloomed like days till the temper of men boils, to the crack of a cat coils, and I'm left in the fields to spoil. Now I'm uprooted, suited in ashes, a battle class is screaming, take me backwards, but I'm moving forward towards fields of better pastures. So let me ask you, why paths cross is the word meant to happen? Gun clapping made my life tragic, screaming out, what the hell happened? But even as the waves comes crashing, it recedes back in a peace for action. Flowing currents got me dreaming of an inner soul's passions. Ambitious to be a winner. A sin and secret redemption, I question. Thoughts seem lost till I find its direction. To every word's noted is quoted for your ears alone. I mention, lest my words get cut off at henchmen. So this is my extension. Mind, heart, body, and soul, plus a spiritual dimension written through a pen. Forgive me for my sins, I'm flawed. Pieces of my gems, collect these pieces, y'all. This is my thesis written for the broken hearts. See, I heed callings, so I'm free falling in hopes I will grow wings and blossom. Sung from the bottom, so my song could be someone falling. Catch my words, I'm scrawling, I'm in a dream state. Kept in the box, I slept till my dreams ate. Wept till I was sobbing till my dreams taste like breaking waves, slowly changing on my mama's face. Now I'm breaking waves, still chasing for a warm embrace. See if you can trace my hatred. Discover the origin of love I came with. We were strangers till fate changed it. Now I'm pouring out my soul and painting it. Go ahead and frame it, capture my essence, realign my sentence. Love you, I love you without conditions. Go ahead, capture my essence, realign my sentence. Love you, I love you without conditions.
Okay, this one's about growing up in Singapore and my ex-best friend. In this city, the skies never lie. That twinkling you see up there, it's all just satellites. Yeah, we've known this since we were about 7. First taught that wishing stars only existed in movies, reserved for the pretty blonde kids with the talking puppies who lived in those white picket fence houses generally located in the palm of Walt Disney, when they taught us instead to wish upon satellites. And maybe that's how you ended up in that job you never thought existed, for how could any 7-year-old have wished for a job title that complicated, like one which includes the words audit and assistant? See, when we wore matching Hello Kitty t-shirts, I thought I could tell by the sound of your voice that you would one day grow up to be a rich housewife. And I don't recall what came before that, but I still know you and we're still not rich or married yet. But these satellites, they get lower as we grow taller, draw us closer together. I think there's a formula. I think it starts when you're 12 and your mum shows you that pack of contraceptive pills, saying, don't ever let me see these in my house. At 16, you realize that what she really meant was then when you lose your virginity at your boyfriend's the first time, remember to tell her you're staying at mine. I think it started when you started to understand that it would take 2 pairs of hands to protect ourselves from when these satellites started to rain hard down upon us. And then we are scurrying through the rubble, pretending we can't be found, getting lost in the halos of midnight street lamps, getting pissed on martinis at awkward gay bars, getting action on school stairwells, but only ever feeling like sinners when he came home late for family dinners. Because in this city, the skies never lie. They just practice selective truth-telling. Because your grandmother has a heart condition, so when she offers to set you up with a pastor's son, it's best not to mention your college reputation or the thing with that guy who got you into autoerotic asphyxiation. Because the city wants us acting our age now, getting careers and fiancés, so I escaped to some other city, somewhere out of sight, to find out what all those things read in those books we had hid under our beds really look like. Even you, to find distraction. on fire escapes, on your lunch breaks, with that songwriter kitten you no longer kiss, who for you shoplifts all your condoms and hits high notes when you orgasms. Because you've learned to be realistic now, learned to barter to get what you want, trading touch for meaning, trading meaning for sex, trading sex for some sort of Blu-ray pirated high definition of love. Just without all the risk of your heart getting mauled, because a good sex can lead you to believe anything, but the best sex always helps you forget everything. Except for that time when they told us that there were no stars left, told us put your heads down, put your faith in satellites instead. See, they warned us about the drug takers, the smokers, the failures, the miniskirt wearers, school dropouters, class skippers, the ones who got pregnant, but failed to mention the risk takers, myth makers, mid-morning tokers, mid-climax hair pullers, or the poetry of post-coital tobacco smoke under clear night skies on the rooftops of shopping centers. See, these are the years they never warned us about, because these are the years we shall remember to leave out when we read our daughters their futures. But in the morning, I know you'll remember that the only love you will ever require will be found in yourself and in our voices trading stories on the phone later. Because in every city, the skies never lie. Even here in Ubud, perhaps the rain clouds will erase the stars again tonight. So let's wish upon one more satellite, the one bringing my words to your ear over calling cards and too much static over 3 oceans, 2 continents, and just one tiny skip over a tiny sliver of the Milky Way. Because we are every city. We are our city. From its love hotels, its fire escape stairwells, to its blurry gay bars, and we still have these streets tonight. I think if you just tilt them right, there's still a bit of adventure left, because I still know you and we're still not rich or married yet. And I think this just might mean that we're not too old to start dreaming yet. Thank you. Yeah, so this one I really wanted to do here. The next one. Basically, so I guess from that you could kind of tell that kind of had strict parents growing up in Singapore. Basically, Jesse has his mom here, and basically I would love to bring my mom, but I know that if she came here, she would kind of be like, Stephanie, you're not a real writer, you're not a real writer, you're not a real writer. All these other writers are selling their books, where you have not sold enough books. I have a book, by the way, to sell if you're interested. That guy got more applause than you, people like him, they don't like you. Why, you're not a real writer? You should be doing law instead. Anyway, so that's this kind of thing she did. She's an amazing woman, and my parents are amazing, but yeah, many Asian parents are strict. But the truth is, my parents considered themselves relatively liberal. See, unlike my friends' parents, they never owned a cane. They always thought that they should feel the pain in their own hand when they hit us. Then I moved to England and learned their enlightened parenting ways. Found out that in England, you can actually report your parents to the police for a slap. That you can actually turn 21 having never touched a piano or gotten hit over the head with a music book for not practicing. That you can actually be unemployed, quit university, smoke, drink, and tell them this and not be disowned. Whoa. Everything started making sense to me the day this German father, a young German father with dreadlocks, said to me, "Do not leave your bicycle unattended in the hall of my house, for hungry ghosts are known to haunt this place and take them away." And I was like, no way, you believe in hungry ghosts? My dad believes in hungry ghosts too. That's why he don't let me swim in the sea in July. And it got me around to thinking that maybe parents aren't all that different around the world, and I came to the conclusion that if I ever had kids, the only logical fate for me would be to be an authentic Chinese mother with a sprinkling of patchouli. I will be the greatest hippie tiger mother the world has ever seen. A combination of the best of the East and Eastern spirituality. No one will dare call me strict because I'll let my kids do everything. No one will dare call me too liberal because my kids will just be better at everything. I'll say things like, hey, no spliff break until you finish next week's algebra homework. You hear me? What? Oh, you say getting high helps you think. Okay, then let me see you top your class the next exam. Or no weed till you graduate. I'll say things like, what do you mean you don't know what kind of mushroom this is? I thought I gave you 2 weeks to memorize everything in that textbook. Are you trying to kill me or something? I'll say things like, look, I thought we had a consensus that you are not to leave this room till you have practiced every single song on Bob Dylan's Highway 61 and can play it on this vintage guitar without mistakes. Yes, including the B-sides. Remember, if you don't memorize the history and uses of peyote to explain to mommy's friends tomorrow, I am not getting you salvia for Christmas. And no biscuits until you have practiced the djembe for another hour. You're already 6 years old and can only, play 2 kinds of rhythms? Do you want to embarrass your family at the next rainbow gathering? I will bring my kids to all the festivals, but make sure they are well versed in philosophy and conspiracies. They will be the smartest hippie kids around the bonfire, blow everyone's minds with their fine articulation of the creation of the universe, the link between atoms, stardust, and the Illuminati. And of course, I won't buy into that liberal bullshit that my parents did about having to feel the pain, about not believing in using a cane, but at least I'd make sure that my cane was made from sustainably sourced bamboo. Hand-carved by me. So that at least I could have some kind of connection to the pain, because or at least make sure it was sweatshop free. Because what is the point of 500 Chinese kids suffering just so that one can? Because the truth is that Chinese people and hippies are actually very similar. We all eat tofu and do tai chi. We all believe in movements of energy. We all believe in our Eastern philosophy. We just use our incense sticks differently. Hippies burn it because someone said it would bring tranquility. Chinese people burn it because someone said it would make our dead ancestors happy. It's the same thing, really. I will just combine the part of the Tao that says looking within is the only way to self-actualization with the part that says before you look within, you better fucking listen to your parents. My children will grow up to be charismatic and extraordinary, knowledgeable and anti-capitalist economics, wooden flutes and botany, the unofficial non-leader leaders of movements, protest camps, and communities in caves, abandoned fields, and forest greens. They'll say it's all thanks to their mother, who pushed them ever so subtly. And this is how I will create the world I want to live in, one baby at a time.